Hi, everyone. We made it to another weekend. Thank goodness. Why can't every day be Friday? That's what I'm saying. Every day should be Friday, and we should work one day and have 5 days off. Work 2 days. Yeah, let's just flip it. We'll work 2 days, take 5 days off. That would be my plan. Okay, so tonight we have got what do we have tonight? A 4th and Goal football box. I can't even remember. Isn't that awful? Some Flawless basketball and some Topps high-tech baseball. See, this is what happens when I'm multitasking, right? I lose my train of thought. I'm apparently not very good at multitasking. So we may also possibly have a couple of teams open tonight. Right now, I'm going to wait and see if we end up getting paid or not. I'll check it again right before we get to that break. So maybe some teams open in high-tech. So I'll check it right before we get to that. But of course, most, or all of you know, we do go over a little information before we get started every night. So let's start with our 411. First thing there is about feedback. That is to let you know that my feedback is 100% automated. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. You will never have to wait on me for that anyway, right? And then, of course, the next thing there is a message to say thank you, because I do appreciate those of you who bid and break and chat and hang out with me. I feel like we have our own little breaking family, and, I miss you guys when you don't come in some nights. There's certain people I'm just used to seeing, and then when they're not there, I think, hey, wait, what happened? So Greg is one of those. I sometimes chase Greg down. I'll be like, hey, Greg, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Are you sick, man? Anyway, we are looking right now at breaks that are coming up on eBay. This is the stuff that is already listed up and available for bidding that we're going to be breaking over the course of the next 5 days. And we're taking kind of a light run through the next few days. And that is because many of you know I have friends and family in town. Yeah, so I can't work as much as I normally would over the weekend. So we're going to take things easy. I'll have to get caught up on shipping next week and all that jazz. So tomorrow night, no breaks, taking an off night, hopefully also celebrating a UK football win. That'd be nice. On Sunday, we will open a 12-pack. It comes in packs. Box or case, whichever you prefer to call it, of Gold Rush Gem Mint Series 2. There are 12 packs in a box, but a box is also a case for that product. So there you go. And we will also open another case of high-tech on Sunday as well. Monday will find us with Leaf Best Baseball, and we're going to open some Bowman Chrome HTA. That's our jumbo, and some people call it jumbo. I usually do, frankly. I'm trying to remember to call it HTA. And it's all hits, no base in that product, and I believe we're going to have 36 autographs in that case, if I remember correctly. Tuesday night will be a half case of autographed mini helmets, more Flawless basketball, and more Prism football. On Wednesday, we have 2 new releases that come out on Wednesday, and I forgot to put up here that this is going to start early, but we do. We start at 9:30 on Wednesday night. We'll open a 9-box inner case of Topps Triple Threads baseball and a half case of Donruss basketball. Both of those come out that day. Donruss basketball, remember guys, they've reconfigured it. So a half case of it this year is going to be 1,500 cards. Ooh, yeah, you heard that right. So a lot more cards and also more hits and things per box. They've basically configured it like a Topps Jumbo would be for Series 1, Series 2, update, that kind of thing. So here's what you need to know. Everything we're going to open tonight, I am projecting to ship out the door on Thursday. Yes, I know that's later than I would normally get it out the door, and I'm super hopeful that I can get some or all of it out faster than that. But you know what happens, you get your relatives in town and you got to be social, right? So I can't work as much as I normally would over the weekend. So I'm projecting Thursday, hoping for faster. If you're in one of our free shipping breaks tonight, that's 4th and Goal and Flawless, and you happen to get blanked, your team does not get pulled out of one of those breaks, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year and any series. And typically what happens is this, because those are free shipping breaks, I usually just hold your consolation cards until the next time you have a package shipping. And then at that point, I would gather up any and all that you are due. and send them off with that package. I do track it for a rolling 90-day period. If you're in one of those free shipping breaks and you don't want to wait that long, shoot me a message on eBay. Let me know. We'll get you taken care of. For the paid shipping break tonight, which is high-tech baseball, if you happen to get skunked in there, I don't think anyone will, but if you happen to, your consolation cards would go out with the rest of the break since it's a paid shipping break. So first up, we're starting out with 2018 Hit Parade 4th and Goal Football Box. This is break number 4. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Friday night, the 2nd of November. Our team names are on the left. Winning bidders are up across from each team there. And of course, a new spreadsheet's going to go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this 4th and goal break, you just hang tight. We'll have your name up there shortly. Last but not least, I set the focus manually. You're going to see the background go out of focus, but not to worry, kids. We're going to be able to see everything all nice and pretty when it comes out. So who is here tonight? Jay Allen's here. Caleb is in the house. Jay Allen, I did not go to the races today. I worked, and I got a lot done. In fact, you'll be happy to know, Jay Allen, I got that Topps, I got hoops out, and I also got out Topps Update, that full case of Topps Update. Oh my gosh. I'm never going to let you guys talk me into doing all that base again, by the way. That was crazy. Crazy, I tell you. That took, to sort and ship that break, took over 5 hours for one break to sort it and ship it. Oh my gosh, that was so awful. That was those 3,000 cards in there. All right, I'm trying to do this without knocking the camera over. We all know I tend to knock the camera over, and I'm going to have to pick it up. I know some of you like to see it sideways when it comes out, but you know what? This is a small workspace, and I just can't get all that stuff out of there that way. I would love to. I wish I could, but I cannot. It doesn't work. Okay, now we can see it. So who else was here in chat? I didn't get that far, did I? William is here, and Nick is here, and Mickey, Bill's Mafia. And Mickey says I should just socialize while sorting. Yeah, no, I can't because everybody's at the races, and I was supposed to go today too, but I didn't go because I had too much work to do. Yeah, man, so I just ate like that, whatever, $400 ticket. I just said, yeah, I'm staying home. So there you go. That's how it rolls some days. So we're starting off with our helmets because they're in my way. So we're going to look at them first because they're in my way. The mini helmet is inside the big helmet. So the big helmet is coming out right now out of here. You can probably tell from the colors it's a Packer. I'm going to show you the whole thing here though. If I can get, oh my gosh, this stuff is just all in the way. So it is Lynn Dickey. Yeah, the Hall of Famer there for Green Bay, baby. So that is our autographed full-size helmet. You have a JSA paper authentication for it and a little JSA authentication sticker there on the back. And it's kind of an interesting sort of finish on it. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. It's kind of a sparkly sort of paint. Can you see that? So a lot of these have a flat paint on them, but this particular helmet has kind of a sparkly, glittery kind of finish. So you got a bonus, I guess, a little sparkle added to your life if you have the Green Bay Packers tonight anyway. So the full-size helmet, yeah, the Packers. Now we have got our mini helmet. Who's in here? Who's hanging out in here? It's a cowboy and it's Dak Prescott. What? Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice, nice, nice. So, yeah, there you can see. If you got the boys tonight, you just hit a nice one. That is JSA authenticated. There's your piece of paper and there's your little JSA sticker. And, yeah, so if you've got the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, okay, I know the guy's having a little bit of a rough year. I don't care. That's still a nice hit if you've got the Cowboys. So let me get that put out of the way. Let me grab this back for our full-size helmets. We've got two more things to look at still yet. Our photograph, that looks like Cordell Stewart to me. We'll flip it over and find out if it tells us or not. Either way, it's a bear. It's kind of hard to see because it's big, and once again, it stands up taller than the camera. But you can see the Bears logo there on the helmet. It's Fanatics authenticated. There's also a Mounted Memories hologram authentication and an NFL authentication. So you are loaded up on that one, and it looks to me like it's Cordell Stewart. But it's definitely a Chicago Bear, whoever it is, but I think it is him. Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming out with Jackson, and there's a Davin Adams authentication, and then there's a JSA authentication here. So here's basically what that more or less means. I've had this happen before. It basically means this. It was originally authenticated by JSA, right? And somewhere along the way, somebody probably lost the paper, the little piece of paper from JSA, and so then they recertified it at Davin Adams, or Davin Adams themselves recertified it, or whatever the case might be. So that's the deal there. The most important part, of course, is that the sticker is on the item. The missing papers are not really that big a deal. Those can usually be replaced if they need to be. But if the sticker comes off or the sticker is missing, then you got to pay to recertify it. Nobody wants that. So the Buccaneers hit with Jackson. And that, kids, is it out of our 4th and goal. Actually, you know what? I think this is custom, but let me just double check it. I don't see anything that looks like it's a logo man, but I'm just, yeah, no, it's definitely all custom. I don't know. For some reason, I got a little bug there right as I was getting ready to put it down and thought, is there any possibility that that's not custom? The answer is no. There was no possibility. Okay, kids. So that is it for 4th and goal. Give me a second to get these items put away, and then we're going to move right into flawless basketball. Okay, let me find our case of Flawless. This is going to be the start of a new case. So we'll be doing a little extra work on it in a minute. And I did still manage to hit some things, didn't I? I swear to you guys, I don't ever get that memorabilia open without hitting something. Camera, the tripod, the stuff in the background. I hit something every single time, don't I? That I've got setting backwards. Okay. So we need to pull up our spreadsheet information one more time here. And yeah, you probably saw this. We just talked about it a minute ago. But if somebody jumped in after we talked about it, please take a minute and review the information that you see there on the screen and hit me up with any questions that you might have. This is going to be one box of 2017-18 Flawless Basketball. It's a half case break. It is break number 3. And of course, it also ended tonight, Friday night, the 2nd of November. Same format as before. Team names are on the left. Your name is up in lights across from your team on the right-hand side. And this one is, of course, the start of a new case. So here's what that means to you. I'm going to take both of our boxes out. I'm going to number them each on the end and then use random.org to determine which one we open tonight, which one we open in the next break. Meanwhile, I see Jay Allen. He is on it, baby. He typed into chat what came out of our memorabilia break so that, because somebody always asks in chat later, and I very seldom remember all of it. Occasionally I remember some of it. Sometimes I don't remember any of it. And then, you know, we have to kind of poll the group to try and remember what was in there, but Jay Allen has very helpfully typed it all in there for us tonight. So when somebody inevitably comes to ask, it's all going to be right there. I love that, Jay Allen. You are on it, brother. I like it. So right now, this is pretty simple. I'm just going to type in 1 and 2. I'm going to hit random 3 different times. Wherever we end up after the third random, we'll open that corresponding box, okay? So here we go. There's the first one, ignore. The second one, ignore. Here's our third one. And it comes up and tells us we are opening box number 2. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It is flawless case number 2 for tonight. I'm laughing, Jay Allen, because I see people are asking you already. But I think some of them are probably just like, you know, being funny about it. So I think they were, I think they were, right? They were joking about it because you put it in there and then you said somebody will ask, and then they asked like right behind it. Minnesota Scenes is here. And Nick, I think I said hi to Nick a minute ago, but I'm not 100% sure if I saw Nick a minute ago. And Caleb, of course, who's answering some questions for us. Buckeye for Fun is here. Hi, Buckeye. I know. Everybody always says peel those stickers off. Well, I can't peel them off all that well, so it's easier for me to cut them. And then, of course, I can't even get the little thing open. Oh, I'm challenged tonight, aren't I? Apparently I am. And there's our empty little case, except for the keys. The keys are in there, but outside of that, I wonder how much of that is part of the cost of what we pay for the enormously expensive box of Flawless. Like, how much do they charge? How much do they factor for that suitcase in the cost of the product? I bet a lot. That's what I'm saying. Hi to you too, Buckeye. Nice to see you, as always. Kristaps Porzingis for the Knicks, number /25. You've got a nice patch and an on-card autograph kicking things off for New York. Clyde Drexler and the Blazers. That is numbered /15. And behind that, we have George Gervin coming out /25 for the San Antonio Spurs. Then it is Isaiah Rider, numbered /15 for the Blazers. I don't remember Isaiah Rider. Wonder why I don't. I don't know, but for some reason I don't remember him. He's not striking a chord with me. Tom Chambers, hey, that's nice. /5 for the Phoenix Suns. You just saw, Buckeye for Fun, you just saw a very cool patch in Opulence. Jonathan Isaac with Orlando Magic booklet with the full Disney patch. Oh, that is cool, man. Oh, Jay Allen, I know. You guys said I need to start listing a spot to sell the case. I know I do. Mike Conley for the Grizzlies. That one is numbered to what? /10. I know I need to do that, guys. I've got a bunch of these Flawless briefcases, but you know what? I use them, some of them. I keep some of them around here and keep my stuff in it. I've got a bunch of National Treasures boxes and a bunch of Flawless briefcases. But when I get the website up and running, maybe I'll put some on there or something. But yeah, Mickey, you're right. I probably should just put a bidding spot up for it one of these days. Number /15, Mavericks. It's Maxi Kleber. Oh, baby, there it is. Our logo, man. Boom. That is Paul George for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it is our handsome, handsome, handsome logo man 1 of 1. That is what I always look forward to hitting in Flawless. I am always incredibly bummed if I don't hit one. And now I'm happy because we didn't hit one out of the first case. But we've got one right here. Yeah, loving it. Okay, for our diamond chip, it's Bradley Beal for the Washington Wizards, and that is numbered to 5. And of course, it's encased, obviously, and you've got this little thing that says, hey, it's not a blood diamond. I don't usually ship that little card. If somebody wants it, you can let me know. I mean, not somebody. If the person who has this wants it, you can let me know. Kyrie Irving. We seem to be attracted to pulling Kyrie out of encased cards. This is at least our second one, and we've only opened 3 of these, I think. That is numbered to 25 for the Celtics. All right, so here we go. To recap, we'll start with the one in my hand. Kyrie Irving to 25 for the Celtics. And then we have numbered to 5 the Bradley Beal diamond chip for the Washington Wizards. That, love it. Logo Man, 1 of 1. Paul George for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Maxey for the Mavericks, numbered to 15. That was a nice patch there for Kleber. Mike Conley and the Grizzlies, numbered to 10. Tom Chambers to 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Isaiah Rider to 15 for the Trailblazers. For the Spurs to 25, it's George Gervin. Clyde Drexler, Portland Trailblazers to 15. And Kristaps, my man Porzingis for the Knicks to 25. So that is flawless basketball for tonight. And then if you give me a moment, I need to get our case of Topps High Tech, because that's next up. And of course, Topps High Tech. This just came out too. It just came out. When did it come out? What is today? Friday. It came out Wednesday. Oh, and man, you know what else? I forgot both of these things till UPS brought them today. Leaf Memorabilia Vault is here. And so is Onyx Premier Gear, which can be like, anything. It could be cleats or gloves or all kinds of other stuff. So, yeah, I got to get some spots figured out for that because, you know what? I forgot about it. I forgot all about it, that it was coming, that I paid for it, anything. I did not remember, but yet it arrived today. So, there you go. Everybody has probably seen this, but for those of you who might have jumped in late, everything tonight, free and paid shipping break, I'm projecting to go out on Thursday. If I can get it out to you sooner than that, I will. I got to kick my family back out of town. All those jokers who showed up here this weekend, we got to kick them out of town on Sunday, and then I'll have to double time it to try to get us caught back up on shipping. So I know that's a little later to be projected out than normal, but that's the reason why, guys. And if I can get it out to you faster, of course, I will. And consolation cards, of course, if you were in one of those first 2 breaks and you weren't pulled, your consolation card from any year, any series, typically I hold on to it until the next time you have a package headed your way. Then I gather them up and send them all at once. If you want it sooner, let me know, please. 12 boxes of 2018 Topps High Tech Baseball. Full case break number 2. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to see if those teams were hold one moment, please. We had a couple of unpaid teams sitting, and I want to see where we are on that. Oh, and it looks like they are paid now, guys. So actually, we're not going to have any teams that we need to worry with tonight. We are all paid up, so we can go right back where we were. And of course, same format. The only difference here is that we do have 3 teams that don't have hits. That would be the Tigers, the Padres, and the Giants. Of course, I didn't realize that when I had originally listed all these breaks. And once I learned about it, I went back and ended them. So if you were one of the people who had originally bid on that and you found that your bid was canceled and the auction was ended, that's why. Because you would have been spending money for nothing. So we don't want you doing that. It's not a very good way to do things. Jay Allen You said you'll trade me some real cigar boxes for the NT cigar boxes. Yeah, I mean, you know, that just goes to part of the stuff that sits around here forever because I store stuff in it, and then I keep thinking, oh, one of these days, you know, I'll sell them or I'll give them away. In the meantime, I'll store my stuff in them, and then and the next thing you know, you got zillions of them, and that's part of my challenge that I've got to get figured out. I've got to get in there and start getting rid of some of that stuff, which means finding a new home for where I store some of my stuff. I think a lot of that will become easier to deal with when I get a website up. So I know my friend is kind of trying to project manage that for me, and she's working with some girls in Germany who I think are going to try to get a website together for me. So maybe soon we can get that done. Yeah, Jay Allen, the memorabilia vault, I've got to figure out how I want to do that, because you know it can be so many different things from so many different categories. To me, I think it lends itself more to being a hits draft kind of thing, but I know not all of you guys like doing a hits draft, so I'm not quite sure how I want to do it yet. And we may do it direct as opposed to listing it on eBay, but I haven't quite decided that yet either, so we'll figure it out. Buckeye for fun. I guess I am going to miss UK and Duke Tuesday night because I forgot and listed breaks because, hello, yeah, I'm a dummy. I forgot. So here's how this works. You can see that there is one pack per box in High Tech. I do not remember all the pattern names. I'm going to be the first one to freely admit that. There's a lot of different patterns in here, and I don't remember all of their names. However, what I can tell you is we get to the numbered cards and the hits and everything in the same place in every pack. So we can definitely stop and sort those out. So numbered to 99, we have a green parallel of Jacob deGrom for the Mets. Behind that, numbered to 25, we have Keon Broxton for the Brewers in an orange parallel. Martin's here. Hi, Martin. What's shaking, Martin? That is numbered to 50. It is Jack Flaherty for the St. Louis Cardinals. Here come our autograph hits. They are Tyler Mahle for my Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, he looked to be so promising, didn't he, at the start of the year? And then he kind of, or not really the start of the year, but at the start of his tenure. And then he sort of fell apart on us there more towards the end. I don't know what's going to happen with Tyler, but we'll find out. Jeff Bagwell, there's a nice hit if you've got the Astros. That is numbered to 50. Of course, we've got retired veteran type guys in here along with our rookies. Numbered to 150 for the Red Sox. That is Nomar Garciaparra. There's Giancarlo. I don't remember that pattern, but it's not a pattern we pull like super, super often. And then, of course, as soon as I say that, there comes Hank Aaron out behind it in the exact same pattern. That always happens. That always happens. As soon as I say something's like, oh, not a pattern we see all the time, there'll be like 10 of them right in a row. Without fail. It's always how it happens. Well, Martin, I'm going to try to get you some hits tonight. You've got to refresh my memory with which teams you have in here again. We'll have to try to work our mojo for you. You're due a few hits, aren't you? There's a nice little Shohei. Jay Allen, you saw a Cal Ripken come out of this. Awesome. I like High Tech for tops, and of course I like anything Bowman. We've already opened the Bowman High Tech, of course. And I don't know, sometimes people are kind of lukewarm on it. I like it though. I think it's a pretty awesome product. So Jay Allen, you have the Rangers and the Rays. All right, well, we'll see if we can't work some Rangers and some Rays magic in there along with the Orioles, the Indians, and the Astros. And so, Martin, we've already got you off to a good start then if you've got the Astros, because that Jeff Bagwell, of course, would be headed your way in that instance. We pulled this exact card out of the last case. Same pattern and everything. What is that pattern called again, guys? Bryce for the Nationals. That's the same, that identical card we pulled out of the last case as well. That's numbered to 99, by the way. It's kind of hard to see, but it's down there in that lower corner. Tomas Nido, 250 for the Mets. Here comes some orange for the Yankees. It's Jordan Montgomery to 25, splitting my sleeves down the side there. Yikes. To 99, it is Aaron Altherr, or however you say it. That is green. To 99 for the Phillies. Autograph hit Dominic Smith for the Mets. You know, earlier in the year, we were pulling some Dominic Smith. And then all of a sudden, there were several products where we didn't pull any Dominic Smith at all. Now he looks like he's kind of rounding back in to show up again. If you have the Dodgers, I like that hit for you. There's your Ace Walker Buehler, numbered to 99. Great young rookie pitcher. Randy Johnson to 150 for the Diamondbacks. There's a little Cody Bellinger. And then we are back to our base with various patterns as we go along here. But yeah, these cards, I like the acetate cards. I've always thought the acetate cards are pretty cool. But I know not everyone is a... Oh, there's Andujar. Not everyone is a fan of the acetate, but I like it. Oh, and that reminds me too, dang it. One of my distributors called me yesterday afternoon and asked me if I wanted more Topps High Tech, and I told him I'd call him back today and tell him, and I forgot to do it. Crud. I think he's out of the office Monday and Tuesday too, so that's probably long gone by now, but oh well. Oh, Jay Allen, I didn't see the news on Kershaw's new contract. You got to fill me in. Oh yeah. Give the deets, man. What's the news to use on that one? I was busy today. I didn't touch anything. I didn't have the TV on. I didn't read any news. I didn't watch any news. I didn't do anything today but like triple time it to get those two gigantic breaks out the door. Numbered to 10 for the Atlanta Braves, it's Chipper Jones. Dominic Smith to 99, green parallel for the Mets. Tyler Mahle to 50 for the Reds. Yeah, in fact, Jay Allen, I was so intent on getting stuff done today, I completely forgot even that Kentucky played basketball tonight. I missed 2/3 of the game. My mom sent me a text part of the way through asking me or saying something about the game, and I was like, oh, I forgot the game. Nolan Ryan to 99. That is a green parallel for the Rangers. Well, Justin Smoke and the Blue Jays, he definitely showed up in mass out of our first case, and he's making an appearance again already out of case number 2. Along with Andujar, nice hit if you've got the Yankees. That is numbered to 75, and I like that hit a lot. So you said 4-year, $93 million, $31 million. Oh, sorry, 3-year, $31 million a year. Wow. That is Torres to 150 for the Yankees. I mean, I expected he was going to get a good contract, but man, I'll tell you what, I did not think it was going to be that high. That's higher than I expected. There's a nice little Ozzie Albies. Yes, that is just slightly shy of insane, isn't it? Oh my goodness, think about, wow, I mean, well, I guess that's going to set the mark. Now we'll see who comes along behind. Because that's the way it always is, you know. Aaron Rodgers set the mark for quarterbacks for what, like a minute? until here came Jimmy Garoppolo, and then here came Kirk Cousins, and then, you know, on and on and on down the list they go. So oh, I would not expect them to go after Machado if they just dropped that kind of money for Kershaw. I would not expect that, no. I mean, everybody's been saying kind of around the back door talks anyway, have been that Machado and Harper are both going to somehow end up in Philadelphia, and maybe they will. I mean, they've got the money to do it. So they may be the only team that would have the money to take them both, but they might. Yadier Molina, that is numbered to 25 for the St. Louis Cardinals. Zach Cozart to 50. I always want to say for the Reds, but he left us. He's an Angel now. Cody Bellinger to 25 in the orange parallel for the Dodgers. Behind that is George Springer to 99 for the Astros. The Yankees are going to hit again, and with Wade Boggs, no less. How about that? Behind that, oh man, the Yankees with an embarrassment of riches tonight, because here is numbered to 10, Dwight Gooden. So that entire box, both of the hits went to the Yankees. Oh, man. And then behind that is a Dwight Gooden to 150 for the Yankees. So, gosh, everybody else must have just gone, you know, everybody else go home for that box, huh? Insanity. Mickey, you're looking for the A's and the Twins. You need a little love for Oakland and Minnesota, huh? Well, Mickey, let's see if we can make that happen. For some reason, that song from the 80s just went through my head. You know the song I'm talking about? Yeah, you do. Has Mickey in the name of it. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. That song. For some reason, whatever, I don't know, is wrong with me. I'm tired, I think. But when I saw your name, that song went through my head there for a second. Well, Buckeye for fun, yeah, for sure. I mean, I talked a little bit about that the other night. There are, who knows how much of that is smokescreen and how much of that is real. But absolutely, there are some teams that came out, including the Yankees, and kind of said, we've cooled off on him a little bit because of what happened in the World Series and etc. And that may be true to a certain extent, but that also may be true that they are trying to cool the market down for him and they're still going to go after him kind of thing. I mean, the guy's going to get paid. There's absolutely no question the guy's going to get paid. Now, whether or not it's going to be by one of those teams, I don't know. That is Verdugo to 25 for the Dodgers. Yeah, Caleb, we did get a Doc Gooden 2 days ago, but it wasn't to 10, I don't think. Number to 50, that is Francisco Mejia and the Indians. An orange, Freddie Freeman to 25 for the Atlanta Braves. Austin Hayes to 99 for the Orioles. Mickey, I'm not going to sing that again. I shouldn't have sung it the first time. I have a terrible voice. I know I do. But I didn't know how else to tell you how the song went. I mean, I guess I could have just said it. That might have been the better way to go. Caleb, you have the Jays, the Marlins, the Royals, and the Pirates, and you're looking for a little action to move them forward. Meanwhile, the Yankees hit again with Jordan Montgomery. What the what? Yankees are absolutely cleaning house tonight. Zach Granite to 75 for the D-backs. Arizona, baby. Jose Ramirez to 150 in the blue parallel. Jay Allen, you saw a half case break of this with 6 or 7 Yankees in a half case? Dang. Dustin Fowler, I guess, isn't numbered, so I really technically, well, I put him in a sleeve like he was numbered, but he's not. He fooled me. I thought he was going to be, but I was wrong about that. Imagine that. All right, so why would anybody break this by a half case, though? Well, maybe they were only allocated a half case or something. But see, to me, this is one of those products that it's like a dream to break this by the full case. Because it's easy to break, it's easy to sort, there's only one pack to open, there's, you know, less than 1,000 cards when you're all said and done. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it's got what? I mean, for like less than 500 cards, I guess, when you're all said and done. So, yeah. I can't imagine breaking this by the half, unless you just got allocated a half case, which that would make sense, but otherwise, no. I wish every case was just like this, with this amount of cards and all in one pack. It would be fantastic. Greg Allen to 99 for the Cleveland Indians. Well, you do have a good point there, Martin, that there were a lot of free agents that had trouble finding a new home who didn't have some of the antics that Machado had. That's my man Hank Aaron for the Braves in the orange parallel to 25. This is numbered to 50. It's Paul Blackburn for the Oakland A's. We have an autograph hit for the Twins. I think somebody mentioned the Twins a second ago, right? And this is Brian Dozier headed your way. Philadelphia Phillies with a nice Nick Williams to 10. I like that hit too. Walker Buehler to 150 for the Dodgers. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was last year. I mean, there was a certain amount of that too, though, last year where, I mean, basically the agents were coming out kind of saying what you're saying, Caleb, like, oh, the teams are you know, not wanting to spend their payroll and what is that? And blah, blah, blah. And then at the same time, you know, the teams are coming back. I don't know what pattern that is, but again, that's one we don't find super often. The teams are coming back saying, hey, look, we made offers for these guys and they turned them down. And that's true. There were a lot of offers made that players did not accept. So both sides have ground to stand on in that regard. Players saying, hey, where's our money? And teams saying, well, we offered it and you didn't take it. So somewhere they've got to meet in the middle. But really, I think a lot of the anomaly for last year, I think a lot of teams were just trying to make sure that they reset the luxury tax. They got in below the threshold because this is obviously a big free agent class. So you can't go in already paying a high luxury tax and then expect to sign these guys because you're probably going to get tagged again. So you got to reset it and come in under the number at least for this year. So I think that probably had as much to do with it as anything else. Everybody just kind of saving their money for a rainy day, so to speak. I see a redemption. I see the blue of it. So let me see if I can extract it here. You guys have eagle eyes, and somebody probably saw that anyway. I didn't, but you guys are really good about seeing them. You know me, I try to keep them a surprise until we get to the end. And here we have Trey Turner to 99 for the Nationals in the green parallel. Our orange is Noah Syndergaard to 25 for the Mets. J.P. Crawford to 50 for the Phillies. And the autograph hit that's live in here is for the White Sox with Nicky Delmonico. And, of course, our other autograph hit for this box is sitting right there. We'll flip it over after the break. Here is a 1 of 1. I love 1 of 1s. It's Justin Upton for the Angels. Now, I'm sure if you have the Angels, you're happy to get a 1 of 1. I'm equally sure that you're probably going, why couldn't that have been Shohei Ohtani? I know. But it's still pretty cool to get a 1 of 1. To 150 for the Astros, that was Springer, wasn't it? Yeah, Springer. Well, yeah, I mean, Moustakas is a great example of that. I mean, turning down the money early, thinking you're going to get more later, and then you end up having to sign for less later. And front offices are not just giving it away in the sense like they used to. I mean, they still do, clearly. Clayton Kershaw making $31 million a year. Yeah, they still got plenty of money they're handing out, but maybe not quite as freely. I mean, I even think back to Boogie Cousins, and New Orleans made him an offer after he got hurt, after he tore his Achilles, but before he would have officially been a free agent. They offered to extend him, and he did not take it. And so then when it came times, to be a free agent, they didn't offer him again. And then he was really bummed out by the fact that they didn't offer him again, and surprised that they didn't, I think. And he ended up, of course, signing with Golden State, but he signed a short-term deal so that I think basically he can come back and prove that he's healthy and has recovered when he does recover. And then hopefully, get paid after that. That is numbered to 10, Jeff Bagwell for the Astros. Didi Gregorius to 99 for the Yankees. But I think that's just another example of, once upon a time, a team might have made that offer, and then if you didn't find a better offer, they would have maybe left it, and then they're not doing that so much these days. Numbered to 50, Byron Buxton for the Minnesota Twins. Jay Allen, you said you just got an outbid notice from eBay for one of the teams in 4th and goal that ended earlier tonight. Yeah, I'd say that's a little late for him to let you know. Jack Flaherty to 99 for the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's Aaron Altherr again for the Phillies. I think we already pulled him once. Now you've got a bookend of him. And here is Vieira for the White Sox in a nice orange parallel autograph to 25. I like that. J.P. Crawford to 150, blue. And are we back to unnumbered? I guess we are. Anthony Banda's got us back to the unnumbered stuff. So, yes, what I would say, generally speaking, Jay Allen, you know my stance on that. I think using Auction Sniper to run all of your bids through is just an excellent idea, because they send you out bid notices and they automatically place your bid for you, and you can do bid groupings, and you can go in and change the amount up or down. You can add increments, like you can say, for instance, I want to bid $50 or $50.51, but if I'm within 2 bid increments of winning, you can increase it by the 2 bid increments. So it'll let you do all kinds of cool stuff like that. You can even cancel the bid up until like 60 seconds before the auction ends. It's just a really excellent bid management tool. I know I tell you guys that all the time, but I love it. It really is excellent. And free unless you win. If you win the auction, they do charge you a little fee, but it's not much of one. It's the only thing that keeps me on the straight and narrow. Oh, do they charge $1.50 now for placing bids? They didn't used to. When did that happen? Boy, I guess I better check my balance then, hadn't I? I always just put money in there from PayPal and let it roll. Do they charge? Well, when you win, yes, but not for placing the bids. Only when you win the bid. That is numbered to 99. That's Mattingly for the Yankees. And it also used to be a sliding scale, and the amount they charged you was based on the amount of your bid. Have they changed it now to where it's a flat amount and I just haven't noticed it? That's numbered to 50, Justin Smoke for the Blue Jays. Because frankly, I just put cash in there out of PayPal, and then when it runs out, they send me a notice and say it's run out, and I just put more in. I don't really look at like what I've paid them. That's numbered to 99 for the Mets. It's Noah Syndergaard. But I guess I better. Dang. All right. Well, it's up now. It's more expensive than it was, and I didn't even know it. And that's what I get for not looking at my invoices and just putting money in there. Austin Hayes and the Baltimore Orioles. And there's another Nicky Delmonico for the White Sox. That's numbered to 99, green parallel. Well, fiddle. No, I did think I was like, yeah, all right. Well, that would explain why the last time I put money in it didn't last very long. But also, I haven't been bidding all that much lately. I've been too busy. To 150, Carson Kelly for the St. Louis Cardinals. Walker Buehler for the Dodgers. Yeah, they did. They charged you, your bid amounts were different, and both times they charged you that. Then maybe they have gone to that being the straight up pricing model. That's weird. Wonder why they did that after all these years. Because I really preferred it, obviously, to be the other way. And some bids would cost me more. Some bids would cost me less, but I used it for almost everything because I thought, you know, even if I win on a small item, I don't care to pay an extra quarter, right? But if it's going to be an extra $1.50, then I'm going to have to be a little more judicious, I suppose. Although I still say it's an excellent tool, but I'll have to pay attention to it. Caleb, you said you thought I was a part owner of Auction Sniper. No, man, but I've been using that for years and years and years and years. Like just about ever since Auction Sniper came out. Because I do love all of the things it can do. And I especially like the ability to go in and trade, you know, manage my bid up or down based on the activity of what's happening. You know, because you can't do that on eBay. Once it's in there, it's in there. So you've either got to contact the buyer to cancel it for you, or you've got to try to watch it to increase it yourself and right at the end. I'm just not good with all that. I'm much better put it in and forget it kind of thing. But I guess I am going to have to go look at my invoices. So, yeah, well, thank you for the heads up on that, Martin. Go find out how much money's left in there. Justin Upton to 99 on a green parallel. J.P. Crawford for the Phillies. That is numbered to 25 with the orange parallel. Edgar Martinez, Mariners, numbered to 50. Jay Allen's getting nervous because he hasn't hit yet. St. Louis Cardinals, Mark McGwire. There you go. Cards. Nice little throwback sig there from Mark McGwire. J.D. Davis and the Astros. There's your rookie with kind of a cool signature. To 150, it's Ahmed Rosario for the Mets. Behind that is another Ahmed Rosario in a completely different pattern, unnumbered. And that's why we love high tech, isn't it? You can have the same card, but yet not the same card. Because the pattern's different. That's why. So we have 2 boxes left. We have opened 10. 2 to go. I feel like we should open the one on the right first. We're going to save the one that was on the left for the last. Of course, we have a redemption to flip too. So you can't give up yet. Even when we get to the end of the boxes, you still have another shot at it in there. That's right, Mickey, we do need some mojo. We can't use it all here yet, though. We have to save up some for our last box, but we can definitely direct some of it here on next to last box. For sure we can. And for the Indians, it is Francisco Mejia to 99. This looks like the Braves again. Freddie Freeman, numbered to 50. Jose Altuve, orange to 25. Astros. The Braves coming up again here with Chipper to 99 and a green parallel. And the Cardinals come out again. Another autograph, Paul DeYoung. And the Phillies making another appearance. This one, though, is with Kingery to 99 in an orange. Try that again, Julie. In a green parallel. Numbered to 150, it is Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins. Indeed, indeed. So now you can start thinking about Last Box Mojo because it's coming up on us. It's heading our way momentarily. We're going to flip through our last 40. Hey, it's a Ted Williams. Cool. For the Red Sox. The World Series winning Red Sox. So what do you think Bryce Harper's contract is going to be? I mean, the numbers they had been talking about I thought seemed kind of high, but now when we're looking at what Kershaw just got, I realize you're talking pitcher versus position player, but Bryce Harper's also younger, and he'll sign for a longer time frame as well, which will make his total contract value higher, but, interesting. Although he didn't come off a great year, I have to say. To be going into his free agency year, he didn't have a super year. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. For the Braves, there's a nice little Acuna /10. I wish that had been numbered for you because that would have been 20 kinds of awesome. So our Last Box Mojo brings us Sandy Koufax /99 for the Dodgers. And Rafael Iglesias /50 for my Cincinnati Reds. You guys all think it's going to be $35 million a year, and you think 5 to 6 years. Oh, I think it's going to be a longer contract than 5 or 6 years. Martin says 7 years. I tend to think it may even be as much as 8 or 10 years. Scott Boras is not going to sign anything short term for Bryce, I don't think. /99, that's Aaron Judge, green parallel. Matt Olson for the Oakland A's /99. I think somebody called out Oakland a minute ago, didn't they? I started to say a year ago. I was reading chat at the same time. If you called out Oakland a year ago, you probably forgot about it by now, didn't you? Then we have another Dwight Gooden. Are you kidding me? Okay, Yankees have had an incredibly good break. Ted Williams /150 for the Red Sox. And here's some more Ted Williams. And then we've got the rest of our non-numbered cards to look at. We have a redemption we're going to flip over in a minute. We're probably going to know the team that our redemption goes to, but you guys know I always go to the checklist when it's available, and we will verify our team name once we get there. And of course, we will be recapping after we do that as well. So we have a few little odds and ends left to do yet. Mickey says it felt like a year waiting for that hit. Well, I do try to make the time pass a little faster than that, Mickey, but I feel you, man. Oh, that's nice. That is Portratech Black Autograph Parallel for Rafael Devers, baby. Those Red Sox are not going away empty-handed tonight after all, are they? With a little Devers coming out. But let's roll over here. I'm going to take you first. I'm going to follow along behind you. We're going to head to the Topps website and find what we need to know here about this high-tech. All right, we've got to get to the Portratech. I'm working on it. Not Pyrotechnic. All right, here we go. Rafael Devers, there he is. Boston Red Sox, all nice and happily verified. Oh, Jay Allen, you didn't get a hit in here. I am sorry, brother. That is not the way to start the weekend, is it? I am sorry to hear that. We'll have to have better luck for you on Sunday then. Or maybe you'll win big tomorrow. Play the races tomorrow. Maybe you'll win big there. That's what I'm going to try to do. This is a 1/1 for the Angels with Justin Upton. Our other numbered cards, when you see blue, they are /150. When you see green, they're /99. When you see black, it's /50. When you see red, it is /10. When you see an orange one, it's /25. This little special friend is /99. It doesn't follow along the guidelines of our other color patterns, does it? It's got its own little sort of thing happening there. But the other nice thing about Topps High Tech is, I mean, you do get an orange to 25 out of most boxes, and you pull a fair number of reds to 10. And once again, of course, with different pattern possibilities as well. So there are a lot of cool things about High Tech, Topps High Tech. That one is numbered to 25 for the Dodgers and Verdugo. So I'm a fan. I like it. That is also to 25, Yadier Molina for the Cardinals. I had to think about that a minute. I just kind of went blank there for a moment. There is Bryce Harper, speaking of, and that one is to 99. Now we're ready to look at our autographs. Oh no, Jay Allen, you can't play the races in South Carolina? Really? You guys can't do TVG or any of that stuff? Like, I thought everybody could play TVG or Express Bet or one of those. Huh. I had no idea. That's crazy. Well, I can never live in South Carolina then. All right, our redemption is Rafael Devers for the Red Sox. Our hits, the Reds, Tyler Mahle, Dwight Gooden for the Yankees to 99. It's Matt Olson and the A's to 99. Scott Kingery and the Phillies. Paul DeJong for the St. Louis Cardinals. J.D. Davis for the Astros. The nice Mark McGwire for the Cardinals. Nicky Delmonico to 99 for the White Sox. Austin Hayes for the Baltimore Orioles. And this is numbered to 25. It's the Orange Vieira for the White Sox. I was making sure that was to 25. I had to get that closer to my eye. It got lost in the pattern. Aaron Althare for the Phillies. Nicky Delmonico again for the White Sox. A Nick Williams to 10 for the Phillies. Brian Dozier and the Twins. The Diamondbacks numbered to 75 with Zach Granite. Jordan Montgomery for the Yankees. Numbered to 10, Dwight Gooden and the Yankees. Wade Boggs and the Yankees. Crazy. Andujar and the Yankees. Numbered to 75. Like, the Yankees just cleaned up in here. Justin Smoke for the Blue Jays. This is a really nice hit as well. Walker Buehler to 99 for the Dodgers. Dominic Smith for the Mets. And Jeff Bagwell for the Astros, numbered to 50. So that is it, I guess, for me tonight. It was a nice, easy one tonight. We didn't go 4,000 hours. How about that for a change of pace? Woohoo! So we'll take a look at the spreadsheet information one more time here for anybody who might have missed it. We'll do a quick little pass through on all the news to use from this. And, of course, I'm not working tomorrow night, not breaking, so you won't see me again until Sunday night. So, yeah, tomorrow night, off night, of course. And then Sunday, we're going to do the Gold Rush Gem Mint Series 2. It'll be a 12-pack box, and in this case, a box is the same as a case. So, whichever you want to call it, it's got 12 packs in it. And then we'll do High Tech again on Sunday night as well. On Monday, we're going to do Leaf Best of Baseball and Bowman Chrome HTA Jumbo, which is all hits. No base cards, nothing but the hits. Sunday and Monday both will be pretty quick breaks. Tuesday, we're going to open a half case of autograph mini helmets. We will open more Flawless Basketball and more Prism Football. On Wednesday, Triple Threads comes out and Donruss Basketball comes out. We'll open a full 9-box inner case of Triple Threads and a half case of Donruss Basketball. Remember, they've reconfigured it this year, so a half case is still 1,500 cards. Yeah, right? Monstrous. And I think it is 2 autographs and 1 relic per box. I think that's right. The way it's reconfigured, I wouldn't absolutely swear to that, but I think that's right. And then, of course, remember to turn your clocks back, too. Not tonight, but Saturday night, like Saturday night after midnight, as in like 2 a.m., which is technically Sunday morning. I think, is when we're supposed to roll our clocks back. So don't forget that too, huh? Everything we open tonight, I'm projecting to get out the door on Thursday. I may be able to get it out sooner. I'm going to try to get it out to you sooner than that, but I'm going to do very little shipping tomorrow, of course, because I've got all my family here from out of town. Ditto for Sunday, although after, we get them on the road, I can probably do a little work Sunday night. But I do think it'll take me a couple days to get caught up. So plan on Thursday. If I can get it to you faster, I will. And of course, consolation card info right up there at the top, guys. If you have any questions about it, let me know. That applies more to the free shipping breaks than the paid ones. And I think that is it for me tonight. Yeah, see, Martin says that that was fast, and so did Scott. I know it was, wasn't it, guys? Right? Yeah. I mean, definitely, it was a little faster than normal. Uh-oh, Martin, what are you saying? What's happening, Martin? You said, as Scott says, is there an issue we need to know about? I hope not, man. I hope not. Tell me what's happening there, Martin, before I log off. If there's anything we need to go over or discuss or anything. No, Scott, I'm pretty sure he got some hits, so I don't know. Maybe it was about the shipping because it's shipping later than normal. Could be about that. I don't know for sure. But I'll try, guys, to get it out to you faster, of course. And if I can, I will. Oh, you're saying at the 1,500 card break. Yeah, and that's only half a case. But you know what? It's the exact same as Topps Series 1, Topps Series 2, and Topps Update. When we break those jumbo cases, it's the exact same thing. Those cases have 3,000 cards in them. And when we do them by the half case, we're doing 1,500. Although recently we've been doing them by the full case, which is all 3,000. And it's, depending on how they structure it, it might not be too bad. But I don't know how they'll have it. I mean, with Topps, the cool thing about it when we do the jumbos, each pack has has like all the base, a bunch of base. Then you have all of the hits right there in the middle. So all of your inserts, your numbered cards, short prints, autographs, relics are all right there in the middle of that jumbo pack. And then you're right back through the base. So it's actually, even though it's a ton of cards, it's pretty quick to break, relatively speaking, because you can just fly through the base, stop and look at the inserts, and fly through the back half of the pack, which you also know as base. So since this is the first time Donruss has been configured that way, I don't know which to expect. But if they do it the way that Topps does it, it'll be a relatively painless break. It'll be kind of long, but relatively painless. If they don't do it that way and everything's all mixed in and you constantly have to stop and look at stuff, I have no idea. That might be painful, but but we'll find out, I guess, on Wednesday. We'll see what happens there. All right. Well, I am out of here for tonight and actually until Sunday night. So off tomorrow, guys. We'll be back at it on Sunday. Hopefully, I will see some or all of you then. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you on the flip side. Bye now.